Hi guys, welcome to this week's deep dive. I'm here this week with Eddie Stone of Touchstone Essentials, and we'll be talking about toxins and how they affect your overall holistic health. Now, the last couple of years have been massively stressful for everyone with the coronavirus, whether you think it's a virus or not, or you think it's just in the mind, or you think it's something but nowhere near as bad as they were making out when people were just falling over in China. It's affected us on many levels, as the stress of not having enough money, not knowing if you were going to have a job to go back to, worrying about the health of your loved ones and yourself, and now with the new rollout of these new experimental gene therapies, people are worried about the long-term effects of them as well, so there's a lot going on. We also have in the UK these gas and energy supply shortages, which are going to affect our overall health, not just in the fact that we're freezing cold in the winter, the fact that we're stressed and worried about it. So how does stress, anxiety and trauma affect your overall health? So stress can change your gene expressions, which rings bells with these mRNA vaccines, to be fair. So the chemicals your body produces when you are under stress turn on or off genes that change everything from how much fat you store, to how well your immune system works, to how fast you age, to whether or not you will develop cancer. Now, the immune system one is really interesting to me, because I still had this kind of background feeling that some of these vaccines have come out to suppress our immune system over a long period of time, and also that can be passed down your lineage through the DNA, I believe so. So there's things to look into there, but the overall health of what stress and anxiety can do to you is quite immense. We'll also look at how stress alters the brain.
You're no doubt aware that there's this thing called hypophyseal pituitary adrenal axis, the HPA axis for short, which links various glands in the endocrine system together. This team of glands coordinates the system, controlling the amount of hormones circulating in our bodies, ideally keeping things in tune. It's a bit like the conductor of an orchestra, making sure the instruments are all playing beautifully together. Under stress, the conductor behaves strangely, and the instruments do not play well together.
So high levels of stress hormones damage critical parts of the brain, such as the hippocampus, the area responsible for memory. One reason people experience adrenal burnout after long-term chronic stress is because the brain, in order to save itself, turns off the adrenals. So I know people that have had short-term memory loss, quite severe, and it's always come after some sort of trauma or stress. And it is just like the body goes into sleep mode. It just shuts down. The body needs to protect itself. So these levels of stress that we're under all the time, it can't be doing us any good. The world has sped up massively, so someone in the early 1900s would not be taking this amount of information in all the time. We're on our computers all the time, watching just a stream of information, and I couldn't believe when I looked at this that scientists have measured the amount of data that enter the brain and found that an average person living today in 2022 processes as much as 74 gigabytes of information a day. That's incredible. So that is as much as watching 16 movies. I mean, that is insane. Through TV, computers, cell phones, tablets, billboards, and many other gadgets, we are absolutely saturated with information, and we are just fried. We're burnt out. I think that's probably by design. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but that's where we are. So we're under so much stress and so much trauma all the time that can only be affecting our overall health, creating toxins within the brain. Now, one of the things it stops producing is serotonin. So people who doesn't have high levels of serotonin, which is 90% appears to be made in the gut, which most people think is the brain, but it appears to be it's in the gut. And someone like myself, who I was born with something called esophageal atresia, which stops food getting down into my gut. So having serotonin levels is affected by that. So I'm always interested in what serotonin levels can do. So people who feel unusually irritable or down for no apparent reason may have low serotonin levels. Depression, feelings of sadness, hopelessness and anger, as well as chronic fatigue and thoughts of suicide may indicate depression, anxiety. Low serotonin levels may cause this anxiety. So that can cause this overall health. And obviously when you're feeling like that, The last thing you want to do is go to the gym. The last thing you're bothered about is making you a decent meal. You sometimes just don't even want to get out of bed and brush your teeth, and I'm sure that many people watching this will feel like that on some days. So your overall holistic health is really important. So speaking to Eddie, this will be great to get his advice on what his company can do for you. So please enjoy the interview and leave comments below, and I'll speak to you soon.